Every morning gives you a new chance to become the person you want to be. Before the world demands your attention, you have time to shape your own future. The most successful people in the world don't leave that time to chance. They use it with purpose, discipline, and clarity. Their habits are not based on luck or talent. They are the result of consistent choices made every single day. This story explores 7 morning habits that help high achievers build focus, confidence, and lasting results. Each one is practical, powerful, and backed by real-life examples. Together, they create a daily system for energy, mindset, and momentum. This is not a list of secrets. It's a framework for intentional living. As you listen, imagine how these habits might fit into your own life. Even one small change could start a powerful chain reaction. Let's begin with the quiet routines that often create the loudest success. Some of the most accomplished individuals in the world begin their day hours before most people open their eyes. They use this quiet time not for rushing, but for building momentum and mental clarity. While the rest of the world is still asleep, these early risers are already organizing, reflecting, and setting the tone for everything that follows. They don't stumble into their morning, they step into it with purpose. Waking up early has become one of the most common habits shared by leaders, creators, athletes, and CEOs. It's not because they are superhuman, but because they've discovered the power of a quiet, focused beginning. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, begins his day at 3:45 in the morning to read emails, exercise, and mentally prepare. This head start allows him to manage responsibilities with a sense of calm and readiness. Oprah Winfrey starts her mornings around 6 a.m. with meditation, reading, and thoughtful intention. Even during the busiest seasons of her life, she's maintained the habit of early rising. Michelle Obama, while living in the White House, woke before her family to exercise and reset her mind. These routines weren't for show, they were survival tools for focus and balance. The discipline of waking up early offers something modern life rarely gives: time without interruption. It's a window where your thoughts are your own, and the pace of the world hasn't yet touched your mood. This time can be used to plan the day, journal, reflect, or simply sit in silence. It's not just about what you do, it's about the freedom to choose what matters first. Early mornings offer mental space that's hard to find during the chaos of the day. No emails, no meetings, no notifications, just space to think, breathe, and focus. That clarity becomes a foundation. It helps reduce decision fatigue and sets the emotional tone for everything that follows. People who wake early often report less stress and greater confidence in handling daily tasks. They aren't caught off guard. They've already spent time preparing, thinking, and aligning themselves. Starting the day with intention improves more than productivity. It builds self-respect and a stronger sense of control. These early hours are a chance to move your life forward before the demands of others begin. You invest time into yourself first, and that investment pays off in focus, patience, and energy. But this habit doesn't come easily for everyone. Most people don't naturally feel excited about getting out of bed early. The key isn't forcing it, it's building it gradually. Small shifts over time help your body adjust and make early rising more sustainable. Going to bed 15 minutes earlier, avoiding screens at night, and placing your alarm across the room all help. And once the habit forms, the benefits start to build momentum on their own. It's not about joining a 5 a.m. club or copying someone else's schedule. It's about designing your own version of a morning that sets you up for clarity and peace. Some people use the early hours to exercise. Others read, write, plan, or meditate. Whatever you choose, the key is ownership, taking control of your time before others take it from you. That ownership shapes the rest of your day. This kind of routine builds identity. You begin to see yourself as someone disciplined, focused, and capable of protecting your goals. The habit becomes more than a schedule. It becomes a symbol of how seriously you take your own life. Even 20 or 30 extra minutes can be enough to change how your mind operates. That time adds up, day after day, week after week. The discipline to wake early often leads to better choices throughout the day. You eat better, think more clearly, and manage challenges with greater calm. The effects are not just physical, they're emotional and mental. You become less reactive and more intentional. Waking early is a form of self-leadership. It says, I choose how my day begins. I decide what matters. It doesn't mean sacrificing sleep. It means managing your evenings with the same discipline you want in your mornings. The reward is a clear head, a calm heart, and a stronger connection to your deeper goals. It's not a punishment, it's a privilege. This quiet hour becomes your advantage, not because it's trendy, but because it's yours. It gives you time to think, to breathe, to move, and to prepare. It turns the beginning of your day into a foundation instead of a scramble. Many people don't realize how much energy they waste by starting the day in a rush. They lose clarity before they even leave the house. Waking up early gives you space to build the day rather than recover from it. And once you experience the difference, you rarely want to go back. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency and the quiet power of starting strong. Success doesn't require waking up at a specific time, but it does ask that you protect your time and use it well. For many people, early mornings are the only time they truly own. And in that time, they find clarity that changes everything else. One of the most powerful habits among successful people doesn't require money, talent, or a gym membership. It begins with something simple, paying attention to your thoughts and feelings. Each morning, before the distractions begin, many high performers take time to pause, breathe, and look inward. They don't start their day by reacting. Instead, they create space for reflection, calm, and clarity. This moment of stillness is not just peaceful, it's strategic. Practicing mindfulness or gratitude doesn't take long, but the impact is lasting. It shifts your mindset from stress to focus, from pressure to perspective. You begin the day not by chasing tasks, but by choosing your attitude. Some people sit quietly with their eyes closed, paying attention to their breath. Others write down a few things they're thankful for. These small acts remind them that success begins with the mind, not just movement. Gratitude in the morning works like fuel. It energizes your emotions and helps you notice the good around you. Even during tough times, it creates mental space for balance and optimism. Instead of immediately checking your phone, you might ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Who do I appreciate? These questions don't take more than a minute, but they begin your day with emotional strength. Mindfulness works in a similar way. It's the practice of being fully present, not stuck in the past or worried about the future. It helps you slow down your thoughts and focus on what matters right now. Successful people often train this skill with short breathing exercises, body scans, or focused silence. They're not escaping the day. They're preparing for it with intention. By spending just 5 or 10 minutes in mindfulness, they increase their ability to handle stress, lead calmly, and think clearly. This mental training is like sharpening a tool before using it. A mind that is quiet and focused can make stronger decisions and avoid emotional reactions. It's the difference between being pulled by the day and guiding it with steady hands. Science supports this habit too. Studies show that people who practice gratitude or meditation regularly sleep better, focus more easily, and report higher life satisfaction. It's not magic, it's training for emotional intelligence. Some people combine both habits. They start with a few deep breaths, then write down 1 or 2 positive things about their life or goals. This mix of awareness and thankfulness creates a powerful emotional foundation. And it doesn't require perfect technique. You don't need candles, music, or special apps. Just a few quiet minutes, a pen, a notebook, or even your own breath is enough. When you make this a habit, your brain starts to change. You become more aware of your thoughts and less controlled by them. You stop reacting out of fear or stress and start choosing your responses more wisely. Successful people know that how they feel affects how they lead. By managing their emotional state each morning, they protect their focus and relationships. They avoid rushing into the world without checking in with themselves first. Gratitude reminds you of what's going right, even when other things feel hard. Mindfulness reminds you that you have a choice in how you see each moment. Together, these habits create strength that others can feel, calm, steady, and present. When practiced daily, this morning ritual builds emotional endurance. You become more patient with others and more compassionate with yourself. And that quality becomes visible in your work, your conversations, and your decisions. It's not about being happy all the time. It's about being grounded. When the rest of the world feels fast and overwhelming, you stay centered. And that's a kind of success no one else can give you or take away. It's earned one peaceful morning at a time. Movement in the morning does more than wake up your body. It wakes up your mind. Successful people often begin their day with some form of physical activity, no matter how small. It's not always about lifting heavy weights or running for miles. Sometimes it's a walk outside, a gentle stretch, or 10 minutes of yoga. What matters is not intensity, it's consistency. Exercise first thing in the morning increases blood flow, sharpens focus, and releases chemicals in the brain that improve mood. Even a short burst of movement can boost memory and reduce stress. That's why many high performers make it a non-negotiable habit. They don't wait for motivation, they create momentum. By moving their body early, they start the day with energy and direction. Barack Obama used to exercise for 45 minutes each morning before meetings. Richard Branson prefers an early swim or a game of tennis. Many CEOs and creators report that physical movement gives them clarity and confidence. The body and brain are connected. When one is active, the other becomes more alert and productive. That's why exercise is often followed by better decisions and higher focus throughout the day. Morning workouts also teach discipline. You show up when it's hard, you push through resistance. This mindset carries over into work, relationships, and problem solving, and it doesn't require a gym or expensive equipment. You can stretch in your living room, take a walk around your block, or follow a simple video. What matters is that you begin moving, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes. Successful people use these early minutes to take care of their body before the world asks for their attention. They know physical health supports mental clarity and emotional strength. They don't wait for illness or exhaustion to remind them. Movement can also be a time of reflection. Some people listen to music, others enjoy silence, and some think through their goals while walking. This blend of motion and thought is a powerful way to align body and mind. It reduces anxiety, helps with digestion, improves posture, and even boosts creativity. When your body feels strong, your confidence grows. You show up to your day more prepared, more awake, and more in control. For many, morning exercise is the easiest part of their routine to measure. You either did it or you didn't. This simple success builds momentum and strengthens your identity as someone who takes action. You begin the day with a win, and that win influences every decision that follows. You eat better, you think better, and you stay more focused because your body is already activated. This doesn't mean you have to become a professional athlete. It just means you take care of your physical energy like it's one of your most valuable tools. And it is, because without it, no amount of planning or motivation can get you very far. You may feel tired at first, especially if it's new. But the habit builds quickly, and soon your body begins to crave that movement when the morning comes. Instead of dragging through the early hours, you move with energy and intention, and that changes how the entire day feels. Because the truth is, motion creates emotion. When you move, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These improve mood and help you feel alert. This isn't opinion, it's biology. So while others are still snoozing or rushing, you've already activated the one tool you use for everything, your body. And that's a powerful advantage. After waking early, reflecting inward, and moving the body, successful people turn their attention to something equally important: clarity. Before the day fills with noise, they stop to plan and prioritize. This habit helps separate what matters most from what can wait. It also prevents the feeling of being busy but getting nothing done. A focused plan protects energy and increases the impact of every action. Many high achievers take 5 to 10 minutes to review their goals or write down their top priorities. They don't begin with their inbox, they begin with intention. They might ask, what 3 tasks, if completed today, will make this day successful? This simple question brings immediate focus and reduces distraction. When priorities are clear, the brain doesn't waste energy deciding what to do next. You save time and reduce stress by following a path you've already thought through. Planning in the morning also sets emotional boundaries. You're less likely to be pulled into other people's emergencies. Instead, you can return to your list and stay grounded in your own direction. Some people use a journal or planner. Others create a short checklist or use a digital tool. The format isn't important. the habit is. Writing down your plan increases the chance you'll follow it. It also gives you a place to reflect and measure progress. Successful people often end the day by reviewing how well they followed the plan they made in the morning. This builds a loop of focus, action, and accountability. The more you use it, the more effective it becomes. Your mind stays clearer, your time gets used better, and your results begin to multiply. Planning also helps you avoid decision fatigue. When every small choice drains energy, having a plan protects your focus for big decisions. It's one reason why many leaders wear the same outfit each day or keep meals simple, fewer distractions, more energy for meaningful work. Prioritizing isn't just about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Without it, you may work all day and still feel like you didn't move forward. By choosing key tasks early, you avoid reacting all day long. You act with purpose even if the day gets chaotic. This gives you a deep sense of control and builds trust in yourself. Even writing one sentence, what you want to focus on, can make a difference. It acts like a compass, keeping you pointed in the right direction. This habit doesn't require a full hour or a complicated system. Just 2 or 3 minutes of quiet thought can prepare your entire day. Successful people use it to clear their mind before the world fills it with demands. When you look ahead and decide what matters, your energy becomes focused like a laser. You stop saying yes to everything and start saying yes to the right things. Your to-do list becomes a tool for clarity, not a source of stress. And with practice, you learn to set limits, delegate, and protect your most valuable resource, time. Planning also reduces the emotional weight of decisions. You don't carry 10 choices in your head all morning. You've already made them, and now you can move forward. That peace of mind improves not just productivity, but also health and happiness. When the mind is organized, the heart feels calmer too. So each morning, before the day begins, take a few minutes to plan. Write, think, focus. And let that simple step become the anchor that holds your day in place. One of the most consistent habits among successful people is learning something new each day. They treat the mind like a muscle. The more they use it, the stronger it gets. Mornings offer a perfect opportunity for this kind of growth. Before distractions take over, the brain is fresh and ready to absorb new ideas. Many high performers read for 15 to 30 minutes each morning. It might be a few pages of a book, an article, or even listening to a short podcast. The goal isn't speed or volume. The goal is insight, a small idea that can shape the rest of the day. Bill Gates is known to read every morning. Warren Buffett spends hours each day reading and thinking, and often says it's the most important part of his work. It's not just billionaires who do this. Writers, doctors, teachers, and athletes all use reading to prepare mentally for the day ahead. Some choose biographies to learn from real people. Others prefer history, science, or business strategy to understand patterns and principles. Even fiction can improve empathy and imagination. It helps the brain see from different points of view and strengthens emotional intelligence. This kind of learning isn't about school or exams. It's about keeping your thinking sharp and your perspective wide. It doesn't require hours or special training. Just a few minutes of focused attention can feed the mind and set the tone for learning throughout the day. Some people take notes as they read. They write one sentence that stood out or copy a quote that challenged their thinking. This habit deepens memory and helps the information stick. You begin to connect new ideas to your own goals and actions. Learning something new also builds confidence. You walk into your day knowing more than you did yesterday, and that progress feels good. It reminds you that growth is a choice, not just a result of time passing. You're not just older each day, you're wiser too. Many people say they don't have time to read. But successful people know it's not about having time, it's about making time. Even 10 minutes while drinking coffee can be enough. Over a year, that's more than 60 hours of learning. Some use audiobooks while walking or stretching. Others highlight a passage and think about it all day. The key is to stay curious. Ask yourself, what can I learn today that will help me grow? Learning in the morning also sparks creativity. New ideas come more easily when your mind has been filled with fresh information. This kind of input leads to better output. Writers write better, leaders lead better, and creators create more effectively. It's not about knowing everything. It's about becoming the kind of person who never stops learning. When you begin your day with learning, you set a tone of curiosity and growth. You become a student of life, and that mindset opens doors. You'll ask better questions, see more possibilities, and feel more connected to the world around you. This makes you more valuable in any job, any relationship, and any dream you're chasing. So if you want to grow your success, start by growing your mind. Pick up a book, press play on something meaningful, or sit quietly with an idea worth exploring. The most successful people don't wait for learning to come to them. They seek it out every single morning. What you put into your body in the morning affects how your brain and energy work all day. That's why many successful people pay close attention to what they eat and drink after waking up. They don't just grab anything fast or sugary. They choose foods that fuel focus, support mood, and provide steady energy. This doesn't mean they all eat the same thing, but they follow a similar principle: avoid heavy, processed meals and aim for clean, balanced nutrition. Some prefer a light breakfast with protein and fruit. Others start with a smoothie, oats, or eggs that offer fuel without slowing them down. The key is to avoid sugar crashes and energy dips. When the body gets the right kind of fuel, it supports clearer thinking and better decisions. Hydration is just as important as food, sometimes even more. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated and needs water to function properly. That's why many people drink 1 or 2 glasses of water first thing in the morning. It wakes up the digestive system, helps with focus, and supports the brain. Some add lemon for extra flavor and health benefits. Others combine it with a light herbal tea or a small coffee after hydrating first. Skipping breakfast or starting the day with only caffeine can lead to fatigue later. Your body burns through energy quickly and may leave you feeling tired or anxious. By eating something simple and clean, you give yourself a stable foundation. This helps you avoid emotional eating, stress snacking, and poor food choices later in the day. Many successful people plan their meals ahead to avoid rushing. They keep healthy options nearby so they don't start the day in a panic or skip nutrition altogether. Good nutrition in the morning builds discipline. It reminds your body and mind that you take your health seriously. Over time, this habit becomes automatic. You feel better, think better, and even sleep better just by fueling correctly in the morning. Hydration also supports skin health, joint movement, digestion, and alertness. Even mild dehydration can reduce your ability to concentrate and think clearly. Drinking enough water early helps prevent headaches, irritability, and brain fog. It's one of the simplest ways to boost energy without using stimulants. Some people track their water intake or carry a bottle as a reminder. Others connect it with another habit like journaling, reading, or stretching. When you combine hydration with movement and calm, the body responds with strength and clarity. You begin to feel more energized before your day even begins. Eating healthy doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. It just takes preparation and a clear understanding of what your body needs. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent enough to feel the results. And when you do, your mind will work faster, your mood will stay steadier, and your day will flow more smoothly. Success often begins with how you treat your body in the first hour. So whether it's fruit and yogurt, oatmeal and eggs, or a protein smoothie with greens, make it a choice that supports your goals. Pair it with water and a few deep breaths, and you've already created a better day. Success doesn't start with a single moment of luck. It starts with small, repeated actions taken when no one is watching. These 7 morning habits help create a structure for your energy, your time, and your mindset. You don't need to do them all at once. Start with one that feels right and build slowly from there. As the habit grows, so will your confidence, clarity, and control over the day. Each morning is a new opportunity to lead your life instead of just reacting to it. And with each positive choice, your identity begins to change. You become someone who builds success from the inside out. Thank you for joining this story and learning with us. If it inspired you, share it with someone else who's ready to grow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real-life stories told in simple, powerful English.